Hello there, Internet. I am your host, Jay, man. Welcome back to Let's Play! Danganronpa 2! Goodbye, despair. We left off. We basically, started the first investigation. We found to find out how Byakuya was killed. Knife. We found a knife with some green paint on it. The full of gaps, and it's the AC and 11:30. Byakuya also has the night vision goggles on him. Mikon did that. There's also a case that he had. I was right there. And Ibuki, thanks to her hypersensitive hearing, was able to hear everybody. There were also some irons and a bloodstained cloth. Teru. The gas stove in the kitchen was powered by electricity, which he could use. And Teru made some good food, but Akane and Pekka were the only ones that ate. I must have not paid attention. And there was like some equipment there. Knife was not found. Crime was not on the kitchen list, which. Oh yeah, Chiaki showed up, basically attacked, basically bitched at her. His left. And then there was a mysterious note there. Kazuichi also said some things there. And Mikon mentioned that she was killed. And Nekomaru couldn't take a shift because he's Nekomaru. Now, as many of y'all know, the class trials of this franchise are the big deal. It's kind of what makes this franchise what it is. Oh, Raz!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
And yes, Monami is there.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule!
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely! There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among such a sad state of affairs. By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Oh, I hate Hyoko even more.
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fist.
Were you even listening to the rule?
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our mind?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason Byakuya's body is found discovered in the hall. Oh shit, we're unfortunately sitting next to the bitch. Oh yeah, so apparently a lot of people are more and more leaving Discord and Twitter in favor of Blue Sky.
Why was Byakuya's body? In a place like that.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered
They probably. No, that's wrong.
Yep, he said the thing. So yeah.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I hope you don't work for a suicide hotline, bitch.
I respond better to praise.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
Yeah, so apparently Elon Musk announced he was Twitter announced how they're changing blocking.
That doesn't
Basically-
make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Twitter's new block feature was that he was going to make it so that people can't interact, but they can still see your posts. So because of this, pretty much everybody went to Blue Sky. I'm really half hoping. Yeah, Apple. You gotta remember, Apple does not allow. Apple won't let your app on the App Store if you don't have a block. If you have a block, unless you have a block feature. So.
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell?
Oh.
You seriously couldn't
Oh,
tell what kind of
Akane.
person he was?
Oh, Kane. That's why I love you.
Panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
Yeah, for everyone's wondering why Kane should have been a victim or something. Here's a little bit of trivia. Kane was gonna be the rival character, like Byakuya.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party.
Because yeah, she was gonna be the ultimate thief, and I guess that's why her character importance was like there. Under the tail, connected what? Probably.
I can prove it. What's this? It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the...
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams,
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of danger. But how did he notice that there was a knife on...
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout.
Then, instead of knowing about
Yeah, so in other words, I actually spend most of my day following people on Blue Sky.
someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No,
What? You seem rather confident about that.
of course.
This is almost like a real
Well, most people on Blue Sky. I have yet to... As may all know, I pretty much stopped using Twitter altogether last year. And I don't really kind of need it that much. I use my...
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. must have seen the... But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my foot.
Byakuya.
No, that's wrong!
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table.
So, are you saying Byakuya?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus. No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Well, you are hella wrong. Again, I'm never gonna stop giving you that voice. So yeah, I've ended up following artists either on their Patreon, or their Blue Sky. Yeah, right. So now we got a new mechanic that wasn't new to this game: Truth Blades. Instead of truth bullets, we have swords. You might remember this in Danganronpa and another two.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use... The killer obviously used those night vision... That's gotta be it.
Alright, if only I could use an actual sword on Kyoko. Yes. Fuck that bitch, fuck that bitch, fuck that
Because if
bitch.
they used... Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planted. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they... Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Literally! I always say that.
No, Byakuya
It's
was
a meme,
definitely the
my
one who brought
girlfriend.
those night vision goggles.
Yeah, I'm gonna text my girlfriend after this.
Inside the Duralumin case, Byakuya had
Or something,
opened
I don't
during
know,
the
I'm
party.
bored.
We found a
Yeah,
small
then subscribe to
storing the night vision
follow
goggles.
everybody on this. Because I follow like 2,000 accounts.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were... Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki...
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the... Since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the...
I see.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be...
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this.
I mean, you're a literal sex pest, so.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
I never thought I'd actually agree with you, but here I am.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the...
Oh, so...
Though Byakuya was thorough, Even he couldn't have noticed a weapon.
This may be off topic. Not only did he bring a self-defense...
That's true.
Now that you mention it, it's one thing to be a little caught.
He probably...
Are you saying he predicted the murder?
You think so too?
I have Yaki murder would occur.
I can prove it with this.
Smash on a hug.
Everyone, can you please?
Be careful, your first kill tonight, so...
Hey, the hell is it?
Hajime and I found this.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent.
So, who's...
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are
Those are still lies! It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So,
He probably decided to throw... What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place. He
Oh yeah,
tried to
also,
leave the situation
Territory had a
where
very different side. One that didn't look like ass.
In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, his strong sense of responsibility made him.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Yeah, if y'all get different designs and like one, of course, it looks like an idiot like this, which might imply he might have had different talent. Yeah, I'm checking the game's wiki, and one of them had like a net, which I guess he might have been like a bug catcher of sorts. And one of them actually had his early line for Tetsuhiko, yeah. For Fihiko. Yeah, driving this up, Fihiko and Nekomaru were actually supposed to look different. Like, Nekomaru was supposed to have... I guess they wanted to keep Fence franchise among us.
Enough already! Show your...
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first... Pardon me. Can I say something?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but... If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything. But if the murderer had the goggles...
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would...
Oh, he definitely used the mark kill.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table, and the duct tape stuck to the underside.
Does that mean... But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen. They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the...
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office, which means it was it!
Echo killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
I am not the killer.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Echo's height,
I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the black.
Tripping on the breaker got Pecco. Pecco's the one that caused the office. What really happened? That's right, Blue Guy got disappearing. Basically, yeah, it's the same. It's just the same thing, but you're agreeing. God damn.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout every time.
That's impossible. Huh? Why is it impossible? Because I was not in the not even before.
I agree with that. No, I think Pecco is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
That's nothing like that
So
at
the
all.
stop it! Shut up, Simp! I'm trying to roll up in it all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after and it was finally freed up after
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall.
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
You actually sounded normal there, Kyoko.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked
You're a
herself in the
hella
bathroom for that
insensitive.
long, there's no doubt.
Yeah, I think I'm further proof why I'd kind of make
There's
Mahiru
no way she'd admit she was taking
get arrested for
shit.
treason.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you.
I said it's fine. But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
I thought you would get regularly poisoned.
As I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my because of that. I was in a...
Hey, how did it feel?
Seriously.
But still, your stomach pain.
Hey, what's the deal? Don't...
I'm only butting in because you...
Stop this childish.
What I mean is... If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
Question: was Stump Pecco's stomach coincidence or someone caused it? Oh, come to think of it.
Did you read anything weird?
I don't remember reading anything weird. Now that you mention, he brought food to the office, just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been...
No, that's wrong.
God,
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pecco wasn't the only one who...
If the food had laxatives in it, I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative.
What the fuck did you say?
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomach. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us. Trashy skank?
And back to hating you, bitch. Yeah, everyone told my girlfriend about how Hyoko was a massive bitch. You're like, whoa, you don't use that language. The Among Us years. Yeah, if you're wondering like how much I love Danganronpa, I probably talk about like another achievement I made with Danganronpa, another.
Did they? Hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
Probably. It does not have to be. They may have the power supply or maybe.
I agree with that.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence.
God, I love this kid.
Someone caused it.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout.
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah, it seems that's how.
Stupid fool! Hold on a second, let me speak to...
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable! If the irons in the storage room, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to... And that means everyone who, when the blackout occurred, can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining, then the killer had to go to this and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Oh yeah.
But the people in the dining, if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Literally! That's gonna be my running gag.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was
An air conditioner?
the timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, if I don't know if I sort about Patrick Sites, yeah, if you don't know, he's the guy who's voicing Nekomaru.
11:30 p.m.
So you also know for playing Ragna in Blaze Blue, and if you don't know, Blaze Blue is notorious for having a maybe too complicated story. Apparently, for context, the creator of Blaze Blue wanted to make RPGs, but Arc Systems wanted to make a successor to Guilty Gear because there was like some complicated rights issue with that franchise at the time.
I understand.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old build, so once they set the air conditioner's time...
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been
Indubitably? Miss So...
Regarding the energy usage, they...
Dun dun dun.
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
Wow, Mommy, what's gotten to you?
Thousand, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay. Shut up.
Ah, that's kind of sad. You gotta remember what happened to her Japanese VA.
Wouldn't have prevented the blackout even
To his
if I
Japanese
was in the
VA.
office. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker and...
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high... Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been...
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry, because... they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat Sim... There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a... In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be...
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the... What a shame. Any one of us is capable.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing...
Fortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've but that might be because... You're... Anyway, I have an idea about what we all... Has anyone thought about it? Instead of surviving by doubting...
Damn, Nagito, you.
Doesn't that mean...
Nagito!
Also, all this help us give me a massive erection.
You guys only think they're suspecting... Let's stop this already. I can't stand this...
I don't want to do this.
Me too! I want to go home and eat candy!
Shut up, you fat bitch! You fat, bald, fatty, fat!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this...
Everyone calm
I'm gonna rewrite Helitab!
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one...
Oh wait, another Kodaka character already does that, and if you know anything about Raincoat,
Then why did Byakuya die?
you know that's probably not a good thing, because she's too dummy thick.
Who cares? no clues that lead to the killer, eh?
That's wrong, I think.
Poggers.
Did you say
We've already found a clue that might point to...
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know, but we do have a clue.
I see.
Yeah, it looks like a new game I played called Among Us.
First of all,
Oh right, I think a lot of people keep forgetting that Among Us actually came out in 2018,
Didn't we already cover that?
no, not that.
but didn't get popular until 2020.
Let's try examining this.
The diagram of where everyone would...
Here! Killer must have used the desk.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned up.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer.
Of course, we're gonna.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Howard?
They could have felt their way to that. By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find it.
Yeah, if you guys don't remember, Among Us came out in 2015, 2018, but in fact, the devs were initially going to make a sequel at first to Among Us, but then they found out. But then the game started to get so popular that the devs decided to just scrap the sequel in favor of just updating the original game.
You're the only one. Nagito.
Me?
No, I just want to eat bagels. God damn, I miss Nagito.
Which means
God damn it.
the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito.
Okay, so of course, basically people constantly called Hyoko Banana Gremlin, and the funniest part is, in Danganronpa, S,
But still, you had a chance, right?
I see. Nagito.
they made that canon.
All morning.
Basically, Mia calls her a banana gremlin.
If so, you would have had a chance to.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning.
Each yes makes that meme canon. Also,
Serious. If it was just... I wonder... Could it be?
Now that you mention it,
hey Mark, and then who just kidding, we're gonna eat them and
That's how you... I don't know if you're the killer or not.
if that's the case,
You got us to lower off.
Well,
Nagito, tell me your objective. We investigated together. Nagito.
like this.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friends. How wonderful.
Huh?
Those eyes, look at those eyes.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table.
Oh god.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, after all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone.
Is it...
But I never expected Byakuya. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuff. But with a twist ending like this, Byakuya performed.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
I ate a bagel!
Tell me, is this your true nature? Will you...
Lie? I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worth. Too arrogant to have a dream. I've made peace with the fact that I'm lowly, stupid, insignificant.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
I think that's a Dexter reference.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really...
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this...
Yep, there's nobody else on...
But why would you send a threatening...
I think somewhere deep in my heart. Well, I bet if that...
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito... In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where...
That reminds me. Nagito...
Oh, I get it.
The threatening letter.
Yep. I didn't need to rig the...
If that's true,
I see. I see!
Smash.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. And his trust... You just rely... It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was... I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I...
He's literally just like Yagami.
More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya?
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, it's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a step. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any...
Fine, let's start the damn vote already.
Please! Mom!
Please! What?
Huh?
It is...
What are you saying? He's already confessed, has...
I already know that, but... If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
That's why I want to swing when I say your fucking face, you little fucking bitch. Here, let me fix that face with this knife, with this razor sharp, with this razor knife I got for you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I might already bring this up right now that...
might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
That I'm a kind of guy that likes to bring a...
Simply
that
listen
also likes to
is
stabby. But,
acceptable.
But okay.
However, I won't
Well, I
allow
can
this
easily
to
hide my
be mere
shotguns.
play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our blood.
Yeah, white noise. Yeah. If he said the hardest difficulty to like the higher difficulties, he'll do this, but.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Kotodama? What the hell is a Kotodama?
He has already confessed. That bastard Nagi, he killed...
No, that's wrong! That knife might not be the murder weapon.
What the hell are you talking about?
Based on the entry wounds on...
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like...
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whore.
Not a whorehouse! Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say?
Don't worry,
Mon?
don't worry, he gets better.
As long as we... What? Hey, don't...
Hey, Nagito.
Hi?
Like, during the blackout, did something...
Who knows?
After all this,
Jeez, the moment you're back...
What happened? Ugh!
Don't get this...
Huh?
Seriously, nobody can... Don't you think that's a pretty... No, that's not it.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see this in the... Oh! You were the one who told...
Everyone... Ah!
What the hell? This... Ow!
Turn the damn...
You guys?
Perhaps the breaker...
Hold on a sec. Such perceptive...
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
You've got me deep with your...
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the...
What the hell? What the... Ow!
It almost sounds like...
Well, that's... As a sign of respect for Ibuki's, I was actually shoved out from under the... Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck up Byakuya. That's right.
What the hell? Ow!
After getting... I lost sight before I
Are you saying...
from the very... hiding the net. But unfortunately, what happened? You failed?
Then we're...
How could that be?
Meaningless. But you can't give up. Keep rising to the challenge.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna end. Oh, God.
Well now.
Ah, I can't forget about that. Okay, shit. Here, I got to charge.
Now then.
Hey, look. Hey, you gotta make a choice. Yeah, circle button.
And of course, there's no $10 billion.
You're so...
Ouch. Well, we're gonna end the episode right here. Like, subscribe, all that sexy stuff. Say yeah. Resume!